Let's talk about this Jetboil. So I've had this Jetboil for the past few months, and I wanted to impart some of my knowledge and kind of the things that I find useful about it. This review is mainly how to use it, my thoughts and impressions overall about it, and a brief demonstration on how to use it. As you can probably tell, this bench doesn't get used very often, which is why I placed my Jetboil right here on this giant pile of snow, hopefully for your viewing pleasure. So late last year, I was able to use this Jetboil pretty extensively on a 28-mile backpacking trip that I actually went on with a good buddy of mine through Yellowstone National Park. We actually circumvented Shoshone Lake. I don't know if you're familiar with Yellowstone Park, but that's a pretty beautiful lake, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. Pretty much throughout that trip, I boiled the majority of my water, or our water I should say, in this Jetboil. It definitely served its purpose, and it definitely helped us be extra careful, taking out water from the streams and the rivers and things like that, to boil that water just in case. The great part about it is that it was super lightweight as well as super compact, so I actually didn't need to carry too much other stuff to cook. I mean, because Yellowstone National Park, if you don't know, they don't allow a whole lot of fires during the summer months, and so we had to take something that was a little bit more versatile as far as cooking goes, and it definitely worked out for the best. So this model in particular is actually called the Jetboil Flash cooking system. That's what it's categorized as. It's mainly called the Flash system because it has a clickable igniter as opposed to a match igniter, which I found very helpful because I really didn't want to carry around matches. I probably should have, but I just feel like I didn't need to because of that particular feature that it has on it. It actually comes with a 1-liter cup that is wrapped in Jetboil's thermochromatic lining cover thing. I'm not going to be formal about it, let's just be real. It actually changes colors when it's fully boiled. So it actually eliminates the guesswork of when you're boiling something and you're not sure if it's completely boiled, if the bubbles and the rolling boil doesn't give it away for you. So as you can see here, I actually picked up some Coleman butane propane mix canisters. This one is a 8-liter and this one is a 15.5 liter. This one runs around $5 to $6. You can find it at pretty much any outdoor store or Walmart. I actually found these at Walmart, so I mean, but they're available everywhere. This one was roughly double that price, so maybe $10 to $12 depending on where you live. If you're watching this later on, just keep in mind these might have gone up or gone down. The 8-liter canister I actually took on the trip with me, and it's the only one that I used. I actually took the bigger one with me, but I actually didn't need it because this was all I needed. We were actually out in the park for 4 days. We didn't actually leave the trail until day 4. We really didn't have any contact with the outside world for those 4 days, and so this canister was a champ, and there's still a lot left, and we used it every day for maybe 2 or 3 meals a day. I imagine that if you're gonna have these in your emergency preparedness kit, be prepared to know that if you have like 10 of them, you decided to stock up because you're a crazy prepper. I love you guys, crazy preppers, awesome. Do what you're gonna do. You're gonna be more prepared than me. This can last many a months, many a weeks. So just keep that in mind. Definitely worth buying a few or just one if you are worried about budget. So now I'm actually going to show you how to use the Jetboil so that you can see how to set it up and then ignite it. And I'm actually going to boil some water. Boiling on this is amazing. So yeah, you start off with this cup here, and the lid itself, you know, detaches obviously, and inside you get the base for it, as well as the igniter and the burner. So there you go. So yeah, this is the engager for the butane. It opens the tank up there. So I guess to get started, just always make sure that this thing is closed. So turn it all the way to the right till it's tight, and then as you get your tank, you want to screw this on very snug, and I emphasize snug here, not mega tight where you can't get it off, but tight enough to where you know you're not going to get any leaking or anything like that. So notice on the burner here, you're going to see a little dimple, and on the cup you're going to see a little notch here. So you want to actually line the notch up with the dimple and then turn to the right until it's snug. So now you're able to hold it like that. So yeah, there you go. So now that you have your Jetboil all set up, I'm actually going to be filling this up with water to show you how to use it. So I've actually pre-filled a water bottle to actually do that for you. So there's a line actually in the cup, and it's probably hard to see there, but it's a max fill line. You can fill maybe a little bit above that, but don't go too far. Like, you shouldn't fill this thing up to the brim. So to ignite it, what you want to do is open this up till you can hear it, and then you press a little button. So I'm gonna be very, very careful, but like I showed you before, the indicators are orange. There is boiling water in here, so I don't want to drop it on myself. But to be honest, this Jetboil is awesome. It boils super fast. It's sufficient for 1 or 2 people if you just want it for, you know, emergency preparedness kit. That's what I have it for. I have it so I can just put it in my go bag and get out of here. And if I want to carry some, you know, mountain house recipes or packets or whatever, this is sufficient enough to boil that water. Just make sure you have something to filter your water with. This thing is great for cooking quick meals, MREs, boiling water, purifying it, all of that stuff. It's safe to use, easy to store. I'll actually leave a link for it in the description below, and tell me what you think. Let me know how you use it. I really love the feedback. I really need more ideas on what I can use it for. Also, if you have any experience with the accessories, that would be great too, to kind of get your opinion on what you've bought for it, what you think of those products. Maybe I'll do another checkup video in a few months or whatever. If you haven't already, please be sure to check out the other gear review videos I've done. Also, I'll be doing a bunch of different vlogs. I have a lot planned in the next few months, especially in the summertime when I'll be in Atlantic City, among other places, in the next few weeks. So stay tuned.